this is James from tracyandmatt.co.uk and from unboxes.com, and I'm here with the Motorola Atrix. So rather than me waffling on about it, we'll dive straight in and see what we get in the box and have a quick look at the software and hardware. So we pull that out. We have the device on top. I'll put that to one side and come back to that in a moment. First off, we have a cable of some sort, and this is an HDMI cable. So one end obviously goes into the phone, and one end goes into the television. Oh, there's even instructions there. Next up, we have a plug. Obviously, we need a sync charge cable there because there's the USB port there, and here it is. So that goes in there like so. And obviously, we've got the UK 3 pin on here, and like USB on that end. Motorola obviously supplied an orange SIM card with us, and that's because the Atrix, I believe, here in the UK is exclusive to Orange at the moment. So next up, we've got a wired headset, which 3.5mm 4-pole jack there. There's no inline button for skipping music tracks or anything like that. That's a bit shocking. And standard sort of in-ear buds, they don't feel great, but we'll test those out in the full review. I'm sure they deliver reasonable quality. And the only other thing we've got left in the box is a little user manual, sort of a quick start guide, and safety information. That'll be for the warranty. So we'll put all those bits and pieces over there for a minute and concentrate on the actual phone itself. So first off, looking on the left hand side of the device, we have 2 ports here. One's the HDMI port, the other one is the micro USB for sync and charge. Over the right hand side, all we get is the up down volume rocker there. On the top we have the headset jack, and on the bottom there's nothing whatsoever, it's flush. And then over on the back we have the camera lens and the dual flash there. And this button here, I don't think it's a bit hard to see, it's in a bit of a strange place, but that's where we power the device on. And then over on the front, as you would imagine, it's a slab phone, so we've got a speaker grill at the top. We've also got a front-facing camera, and at the bottom we've got the 4 touch-sensitive Android buttons. So we shall power it on, like so. And while that powers on, I'll just give you a quick rundown of the specifications. This obviously runs Android. It launched with Android 2.2 Froyo on it. The device is actually powered by a dual-core 1 GHz ARM Cortex-A9 processor, so that's good news. Should be nice and quick, that's for sure. Size-wise, we are looking at 117mm by 63.5mm, and then 11mm thick. So it's a reasonable size. Touch screen is 4 inches. And it's 540 by 960 pixels. We have Gorilla Glass, which will come in handy. Oh, it made a noise. In terms of storage, I think we're getting 16 gigabytes of internal storage with this, and a gigabyte of RAM. Obviously, it will take a micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes. And obviously, we get all the usual bits, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and stuff like that. The the camera on the back is actually a 5 megapixel. As I say, it's got a LED flash there. So let's have a bit of a closer look and zoom in a wee bit. So unlocking the screen, we also have to press that button. And we are presented with the lock screen, which has the normal sort of information on it. On the right hand side we can, oh, it's gone away. On the right hand side we can drag that to either put the, to mute the sound or put it into vibrate mode. And then on the right hand side we pull that across to actually unlock it. And of course, over the top of the standard vanilla Android, we have Moto Blur, which some people like, some people don't. Can't say I'm a huge fan, but I haven't used it in for a decent length of time, so well, that's my opinion. So obviously we've got home screens which we can scroll left and right, 7 in total, and underneath the screen there, when you scroll you can actually see your position by the icon goes red, like so. You can also tap those to jump back to the home screen. Pull down the top, we've got the notifications bar. Obviously we've got no notifications there at the moment. 3 tabs at the bottom of the screen. That's fairly straightforward. That's for making a phone call. The one in the bottom, main menu. And the one on the right takes you into your contacts, which I haven't got any. And then we've got the touch sensitive buttons at the actually underneath the screen. So one on the far left is to get into your settings, and we have a home button next to that. And if we press that from the home screen, it takes us into this. This is kind of like HTC's Leap view, where you can jump into a particular screen.
Please wait.
Oh, a double tap of the home button launches voice commands. That's quite nice. We've obviously got the back button and the search button, which we have to have with a Google Android phone. So obviously the home screens, like any other Android device, are totally customizable. We can obviously get rid of them by pulling them into the trash, like so. Or we can add other ones. We've got Motorola widgets, Android widgets, shortcuts, folders, and changing the wallpaper. Let's change the wallpaper just for fun. Let's see what live wallpapers we've got in here. Just the standard ones. I think we'll go for the Galaxy one today. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's have a look at the Motorola widgets. Not a huge amount there. I'm sure we can probably get some more from somewhere. Obviously there's you can download loads of Android widgets from the marketplace. Fairly straightforward. So let's jump into the main menu, and if I press the right button and see what comes preloaded. So accounts first off, and that's the Moto Blur account. We've then got the alarms and timer, the browser, which we will have a look at, but I think we. Oh no, I don't need to use Wi-Fi because there's a SIM card in it. It looks like it's working, so let's try the browser straight away. See what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll turn the Wi-Fi on. I'm not very good at typing on this one. There we go. So there's a nice haptic feedback from the keyboard, and obviously, as you heard, it makes some nice noises as well. It's a little bit slow because we're actually running on 3G at the moment as opposed to Wi-Fi, which is what I normally use, but pinch the zoom or double tap for zoom in. There's no text reflow, which is a crying shame if you ask me. I really love that feature that we see on other devices, but it looks pretty good. You'll see that will rotate, and we can use that in landscape as well as portrait mode. Seems pretty responsive, it scrolls very quickly. Obviously we've got multi-tab browsing there, so we can load another page if we want to. Fairly standard stuff. Right, let's jump back into the main menu. We've got a calculator, calendar, which looks a little bit different to the standard Android one, but essentially it will do exactly the same job. How do we get out of that? There we go, and that saved the appointment I've just made. And we can scroll left and right to the pages, and oops, I didn't mean to do that. Where are we? And then if we go into here, we've got the week view and the month view, as you would expect. So let's jump back out of the calendar. We've got a camcorder camera. We'll have a quick look at the camera interface. I'm not particularly familiar with the Motorola's camera interface, so let's grab something to take a photo of. That will do. And obviously we have to use the on-screen button. So it should autofocus, I think, when we press the button. Let's try it out. Yep. Didn't do a particularly good job of focusing on that, but it took the picture quickly. You can jump straight away into the photo library and scroll from side to side. And there's obviously we can get into the settings there, where we can change some more settings within the camera. Doesn't look a great camera, but obviously in the full review we'll give it a proper test in outside. With contacts, dialer, DLNA, email, files, and we have the gallery, which we've just seen, Gmail, Google Search, Help Center, Latitude, Maps. That's Orange Maps we've got here, which I don't know if that'll work, because I think it's a subscription service that you have to pay for every month. But let's test it out now. Although if it's going to take too long, we might have to come back to it. Oh, it's doing something. Oh, so we'll leave that running in the background and we'll come back to it. We've then obviously got Google Maps, we've got the Android market. We might as well run the quadrant test on this and see how it performs as we're here. So I'm just going to log in, bear with me a second. It's a noisy keyboard, but it's actually quite nice to type on. So we'll just log in here, and then we'll search for a quadrant. Looks like the orange 3G signal's a little bit low today, because it seems to be not performing particularly quickly. Okay, so we'll select that, install. Okay, so that's downloading in the background. We'll obviously come back to that. Let's just double check. Actually, it doesn't say it's doing it. Well, have I done something wrong? I bet. No, it is doing something. Well, we'll come back to that. Okay, we've got media share messaging. We've got the mobile hotspot, which is always handy. Music. We'll have a quick look at the music interface. If there's any music on here. And there's not. It's a bit of a shame. Not to worry. What else have we got here? Navigation. We've got news and weather. I've got an email. Oh. I can't be doing with setting up motor blur, that's for sure. So I'm not going to be doing the review of this device, so this one's going over to Patrick, so I'm not going to bother logging in. We've got the Orange Wednesdays app preloaded on there. Oops, what's going on here? Oh, go away. Go away. A phone portal, which I'm not too sure what that's all about. Aha! Manage the phone contact from your PC. We've got social networking, so we can add up, we can add social networks, Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing. I think that'll be then incorporated into Motor Blur, so you'll get notifications to your home screens. Google Talk, we've got a task manager. Let's just have a quick look at that. Here we go, I'm showing all this. Showing all the applications there. They can't be all running, that's for sure. Anyway, WebTop connector. Not really too sure what that's all about. We've got the Your Orange, we've got the YouTube, and we've got the Zinio reader. I haven't heard of that one before, but I presume that's an e-reader, so we can download some books. Yeah. Can't sign in because I haven't got an account, and I'm not going to create an account. So let's see. Oh yeah, we've got some notifications up here. So Google Maps is updating. The quadrant has finished, so we can run that now. So we'll run a full benchmark, and we'll just leave that. That takes a minute or so to complete. While that's doing, you can either talk amongst yourselves, or I don't know really. Battery on this thing, as far as I'm aware, the battery size is 1930 mAh, which is quite a beast. That's a big old battery for an Android device, so hopefully we can get some more than a day out of that. There's nothing worse than running out or not getting a full day, which unfortunately, depending on your usage, does tend to happen with Android devices. I'll tell you what, while that's doing, let's move that to one side and I'll show you a couple of some accessories that Motorola have kindly sent with it. We have a keyboard, which is nice and thin, as you can see. I'm not going to demo this now, but we certainly will when Patrick does the full review. We've got the media connector as well, so this is what we connect. We dock the phone in here, and then the cable connects to the TV. We saw that in a demo video when I first got hands on with the Atrix. Oh, here we go. So we've got a score of 2,480, which is pretty good. So we've beaten the Nexus 1, we've beat the Motorola Droid, we've beat the Samsung Galaxy S. There's a few newer devices such as the HTC Sensation and the Samsung Galaxy S2 that aren't listed here. But as you can see, that's a reasonable score. Back over to the accessories just quickly. They've sent a mouse. We have a remote control, and obviously the cables to go with it. And what we've also got, which I shall try and show you, we've actually got the desktop, the laptop dock as well, which I'm not going to fire it up now, but we will in a separate video. So I think we've probably covered most of the. We've had a run through of all the features here on the Motorola Atrix. First impressions, it feels pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's back cover's a little bit slippery. It's very shiny, but the screen seems very nice. It's very responsive, very quick, very fluid. Yeah, not bad at all. So we will have obviously, as I said, we'll have a full review of the Motorola Atrix on the website in the next couple of weeks. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching.
Bitdefender is dedicated to protecting people's digital lives, so working with unboxes.com to help preview and review the latest technology is a perfect fit.